Here's what I spend every month as a multimillionaire. First, let me start off by saying that this is not all my bills. I'm not going to include some of the business expenses. A lot of the coaching is paid under the business accounts, which are paid for by a company like the VA Hub. We have a coach there. We have a coach for 50 Hills Real Estate. I did not include those in it, but best believe that I am spending thousands a month, but I'm just going to be including what I am personally paying for every month. Brian Tran, not all the other companies. First off, guys, this number might be a high number for some of you guys listening, but to others, this could be a small number. It's all about perspective, and I just want to share with you guys what it takes and how much I spend on average every month with myself, my wife, and my 2 kids. Guys, I'm making this video to show you guys what it costs to live comfortably in San Francisco. Let me first start by saying that this is not just my personal expenses. If it was only me, this number would be significantly lower. But I do have a wife and I do have 2 young children, so that's why a lot of my expenses are going to them. The other thing, guys, is that I'm not here to brag. I just want to show you guys the lifestyle that money can bring to your life. You want that freedom. You want that option. You want to be able to just do what you want and drive the car you want, eat what you want, and have it all. But it all starts with making the right financial decisions early on, investing in yourself, investing in your business, and ultimately having a lot of delayed gratification. My bills did not get this high overnight. And believe me, I am still maintaining under what I make every single month. Because ultimately my goal is this. I want to continue to have money to invest in real estate, continue to flip more homes, continue to buy more businesses. All right, so let's get into it. And this is in no particular order with highest to lowest. So first and foremost, I am now renting a home. That is $8,950. And you might be asking, what the hell is a real estate investor doing renting a home? Let me explain, all right? Number one, we just moved into a new home. I've been looking to buy a property for the last year or so. I just couldn't find anything. My son is now starting school in August, and we decided to put him in public school. I didn't really want to be in private. Number one, because private school is very expensive here, but also, I don't know, I feel like the public school system did pretty well by me, and we wanted to just get him in early. So I couldn't find something, so instead I just found the house that I liked and I rented it. The other reason why we rented was because I don't know if I'm gonna love the city, right? Sometimes it's better to try before you buy, because if I buy a house and I don't like the city, guess what? I'm stuck with that mortgage, or I have to sell the property. And everybody knows that if you buy a property that is already done and you try to sell it like before 5 years on average, you're gonna lose a boatload of money. Why? Because there's commissions, there's closing costs. So this is a good way for me to just see if I like it at, a nominal price. Third reason why we decided to rent was because, for me to buy a property right now with today's interest rate, it would actually cost me a lot more money to buy the house from a down payment perspective, but also from a monthly perspective than it was for me to just rent the house for $8,950. For me to buy the house that I'm in today, my mortgage would probably be closer to $18,000 with property tax. So you tell me, did I make the right decision or not to rent? And I've been there for about 3 weeks now, and we absolutely love the house. We went from a 1,800 square foot house to now a 3,500 square foot house. And I'm realizing I don't actually need 3,500 square feet of living space. But what we do love about it is that it has a very big yard. The children run in the backyard. The living room flows open to the backyard, and I can sit and watch TV while they're out there running and making a mess. That's the amazing part. And the weather, guys, San Francisco, you may think it's California and it's all sunshine, but I would like to remind you that you have to be in a certain part of the Bay Area to experience that warmth, that sunshine. And in the city that we're in, we get all that. The next thing is that because it is a bigger home, the next payment that I have to pay every month is the utilities. It averages about $500, give or take. It might go up more during the summer months when we're running the ACs and all that stuff. But I would say about $500. That covers about internet, alarm system, PG&E, garbage, and actually the landlord pays for the landscaper that comes every week. The next expense that we have is the car payment. Now, as you may know, I do have a handful of cars, but the only car that I actually have a payment on is the new S-Class that we just bought. That one comes out to $2,167. That may be a lot, but I love the car. The Bentley's paid off in cash. My wife's car is also paid off in cash. So we don't have anything other than the S-Class as a payment. Going with the car payment, we have insurance. Now, the insurance may seem very high, but this includes my life insurance, This includes the house insurance for another home, and this includes the cars for me and my wife to drive. It comes out to roughly $700 a month. Down I can find it, but it comes out to, I see the debit amount of $700 every month. This is another big expense going into this. Now, like I told you, I have 2 kids. I don't want to watch them 24/7, right? So we put them in preschool. They get to socialize with other kids. But to put 2 kids in preschool in the Bay Area, where we're at, is $4,400 every single month. So that's a big expense, but there's not really much I can do to cut that. We want to invest in our children's education. We want to put them into a good facility. The next itemized item is the health insurance. My wife and I are self-employed. We don't work for a big company that provides health insurance. So in order to cover my wife, myself, and the 2 kids, it comes out to $2,000 a month. So in case you're wondering how much health insurance costs, I don't know if my plan's the best, to be honest with you. My wife chose it. I get certain things paid for. I get doctor visits and all that stuff. So not much has changed. I would say it's pretty good. The next one, this is big, and this is paid for by me because this is personal branding. I could easily put this as an expense under one of the companies. Technically, one of the companies does pay for it, but it's basically me in that company. And that is my personal brand and my video team. That consists of a full-time videographer, an editor, someone to post, and actually the studio that we're in today. That comes out to $7,800. Is it worth it? Absolutely, because personal brand right now is the biggest thing. That's the new currency. And so it may seem like a lot of money, but believe it or not, doing these videos brings deals. Deals equals money, and it actually brings a return on my investment. And it's only gonna get bigger with viewers like you, the people supporting. So thank you guys so much for watching it and giving me a thumbs up and hitting that subscribe button. We appreciate you. This kind of fluctuates, guys. Sometimes I have big networking events. Sometimes I'd have, big dinners with big clients, and that kind of gets construed a little bit, meaning I don't know if it's a company expense or my expense, but I decided to put it in there. On average, I spend about $3,000 a month. And that can go up or down depending on the month. Some months I don't drink a whole lot, so the alcohol bills go down significantly. Sometimes I drink a lot more, so that kind of fluctuates a little bit. And then the third column is miscellaneous spending. This is things like my new shirt, my new jacket. I don't spend a lot on clothes, but this is also including the gas. I spend about $200 every week or so just on gas, and then $700 is like new H&M t-shirts that I wear all the time, like black and white and then like a jeans. So those are like $8 a shirt. So I don't really spend a whole lot on clothing. That's why the miscellaneous spending is about $1,500. So that brings the grand total, guys, to just about $31,000 a month. Now, I've looked at this and I've determined what can I cut? And honestly, the biggest thing that I can cut today would be dining out, miscellaneous spending, and the video team. But as you know, I'm not gonna do any of this stuff because that is why we work hard. We work hard so that we can live this life that is paid for by rental properties, by businesses, by the right investments. And this may seem like a lot to some people, but I got friends that are spending double this. Why? Private tutors, private schools, they got way better cars, right? And it's not a competition. I just wanna be transparent with you guys on what I spend, my logic, and what it takes to be comfortable in the Bay Area. And this isn't too hard. A lot of my clients are actually spending this much, and you may be thinking well, holy smokes, what do they do? Well, husband and wife work. They both make about $200,000 to $250,000 a year, brings in about $500,000. $500,000 after expenses and everything like that. They get $31,000 in spending. So it's not too far off, guys. It is expensive where we are. It's very expensive to provide a very good life for myself and the kids. So it's worth it. Make the right decisions today, and tomorrow you can do anything you want, spend whatever you want, drive whatever you want, eat whatever you want, and have the option to put your children in anything. I'm big on this because when I was growing up, we didn't have all this. This was what we spent in a year. I couldn't take karate, I couldn't play football, I couldn't do any of this stuff because there wasn't a budget for it, right? Now that I'm older, I want to make sure that I don't say no to experiences for my wife, my kids, my mom, my family. I love throwing barbecues. I love having people over. I love entertaining. I love just sharing the wealth and having a good time. And it doesn't always require money, but money does make it a hell of a lot funner. Cool, guys. Let me know what you think down below. Am I ridiculous? Am I spending too much? I don't know. Tell me what you guys are spending your money on. I'm happy to see if you guys are spending more or you guys spending less. So I hope this video brings you a little bit of value, a little bit more clarity, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.